Susan Hale had always been the kind of girl who preferred quiet corners to crowded hallways. At 13, she possessed the sharp, restless mind of a scientist and the soft, hesitant voice of someone who wasn't entirely sure the world was ready for her ideas. Her notebooks were filled with sketches of theoretical engines, annotated constellations, and speculative alien alphabets that no one else in her town believed could exist. Everyone except Evan. Evan Ward, Susan's closest friend since childhood, was her opposite in nearly every way, fearless where she was cautious, impulsive where she was methodical, and loud in all the ways she was quiet. But he understood her. He listened when she spoke about particle anomalies or gravitational inconsistencies near the old forest ridge. And he was the only one who believed her when she said something was wrong with the magnetic readings near the abandoned meteor crater. And so it was Evan, carrying a flashlight with far more confidence than experience, who accompanied Susan that crisp autumn afternoon. The sun was sinking behind treetops woven with orange and gold. Wind whispered through the branches as though the forest itself were waiting. "It's probably just an iron deposit," Evan said, nudging a branch aside. "Or your scanner is glitching again." "It's not glitching," Susan replied, adjusting her backpack straps. "The readings repeat every 133 seconds. Nothing natural pulses like that." She stopped near the crater's edge, a vast hollow, swallowed by moss and shadow. The place had always been treated as a relic, just another leftover scar from the sky. But today, the earth hummed beneath their feet, barely perceptible, like a heartbeat. Susan kneeled, brushing away a layer of leaves. Beneath them was not soil, but a smooth black surface inscribed with faint geometric lines. Evan frowned. That's not rock." "No," Susan whispered. "It's not." With trembling fingers, she pressed a sequence of shapes she barely understood. Shapes she had seen months earlier in a strange dream she had never fully shaken. The ground shuddered. A seam split open, revealing a staircase spiraling downward into silver-blue light. Evan stepped back. "Susan, tell me we're not going down there." She swallowed nervously. "Evan, we have to." And before her fear could stop her, she descended. The staircase led them into a vast chamber, a hall carved not from stone, but from a metal so ancient it seemed to hum with memory. Columns rose like silver trees, branching into lattices of glowing lines. Thousands of suspended tablets hovered in the air, rotating gently like planets in miniature orbits. "A library," Susan breathed. "It's a library." "Of aliens?" Evan whispered, eyes wide. "This place is at least, over 1,000 years old." Susan touched a floating tablet, warm to the touch, alive. "Based on the erosion on the outer surface, 1,000, maybe 1,200 years." A soft chime interrupted her, as if the hall responded to her words. One tablet broke from its orbit and drifted toward her, shimmering with violet light. "That's not creepy at all," Evan muttered. Susan held out her hands. The tablet settled gently into them. Its surface began to ripple, unfolding glyphs like blooming flowers. "I think it wants me to read it," she whispered. "Yeah, and I think it also wants to eat you," Evan countered. But the tablet had already opened. Its pages, if they could be called pages, were thin layers of translucent light, each inscribed with symbols that shifted whenever Susan blinked. Her vision blurred. The lights pulsed. Something pressed into her mind, gentle but insistent. She read. The story it told was older than nations and deeper than light years. It spoke of a civilization called the Sarathi, masters of knowledge who gathered the universe's secrets within an interstellar network of libraries. Knowledge was sacred. But some knowledge, the text warned, was forbidden, for it had the power to evoke, call forth, echoes of ancient beings that once traveled not through space, but through consciousness itself. As Susan read, the chamber dimmed. Wind curled around her, though the air was still. Evan stepped closer, uneasy. "Susan, the lights are flickering. Maybe stop." But she couldn't. The symbols were inside her thoughts now, rearranging themselves into meaning she had never learned yet somehow understood. The last page appeared. Only 3 symbols. She whispered them aloud. The library held its breath. Then everything shook. The air twisted, folding like fabric. A column of shimmering blue light spiraled upward from the floor, and from the light emerged a figure, not human, not solid, but an outline of energy shaped roughly like a tall, robed being. Its voice echoed without sound, more sensed than heard. "Who calls the echo?" Susan staggered back. I didn't mean to. I didn't know." Evan grabbed her arm, trying to pull her behind him. "Back off, whatever you are." The being turned toward him, though it had no face. "Harm is not my purpose. I am memory. I am the librarian of the Sarathi. You have spoken the evocation of awakening." Susan swallowed, throat tight. Is this bad?" "Not yet." Evan groaned. "Fantastic." The librarian floated closer, regarding Susan. "Child of the younger species, why do you seek forbidden knowledge?" She hesitated. "I wasn't trying to break rules. I just wanted to understand. Everything. The universe. The mysteries humans haven't solved yet. I didn't know it was forbidden." Silence. Then the being's energy flickered gently, almost like amusement. Curiosity is the first language of all intelligent life, but curiosity without discipline leads to ruin. The Sarathi learned this too late. The library lights dimmed, revealing scars on the walls, burn marks, fractures, ancient damage Susan hadn't noticed before. Evan frowned. "Something attacked this place?" "No," the librarian answered. "Something unleashed. Knowledge that should not have been summoned. We sealed our libraries to protect others from repeating our arrogance. You, child, have reopened one." Susan trembled. "I'm sorry. Do not apologize. Instead, learn." The being raised an arm of light. The forbidden book, the glowing tablet, folded closed and drifted upward. "You are young. Your mind is unshaped. Yet you carry rare potential. Therefore the evocation will not punish you. It will guide you." "Guide me to what?" Susan asked quietly. "To wisdom, to responsibility, to a path where knowledge becomes illumination, not destruction." The being lifted both arms. Light enveloped her, warm and sharp like a sunrise and a blade all at once. Susan felt something settle inside her, an imprint of understanding, a spark of ancient cognition. When the light faded, the librarian's form dimmed. "Remember this. Knowledge is a star. It can guide or burn. Choose which fate you follow." And with that, the being dissolved. The library fell silent. Susan exhaled shakily. Evan grabbed her shoulders. "Are you okay?" "I think so," she whispered. But her eyes glowed faintly for a moment, just a flicker, before returning to normal. She looked up at the suspended tablets. They orbited slowly again, as though the disturbance had never occurred. "We should go," Evan said. "Yes," she agreed, though her heart still beat with strange new certainty. "But we'll come back. Not to open things we shouldn't, but to learn the things we're ready for." They ascended the staircase together, leaving the ancient hall behind. Above them, the forest rustled, and somewhere deep underground, the alien library hummed softly, awake again after 1,130 silent years, waiting, watching, teaching.